Harriet Nanziri and her husband Godfrey Bagonza don't know how long they have been living with HIV and AIDS. 38-year-old Nanziri says she found out her serious status 17 years ago after losing a child. All the couple's 6 children are HIV negative except 6-year-old Fina.
I found out my status because of Fina. She used to fall sick a lot, and that's how they tested us for HIV.
Nanziri has since started getting anti-retroviral drugs from the Joint Clinical Research Center clinic in Mubende town, about 35 kilometers from her home. She says the treatment has saved their lives. Unfortunately, their daughter has not been started on the life-saving drugs and only gets Septrin.
They may grow a little bit, but they won't grow as well as if, let's say, they had started a treatment at 3 years and she had improved. They tend to be stunted, they're wasted as well. In fact, they don't have good nutrition, but they also don't grow.
Nanziri finds it very difficult to take her child to the clinic due to the long distance. She says they go by bicycle, which takes them all day to make the trip and back, yet sometimes the drugs for children are out of stock at the clinic.
My child was always sick. Her appointment was on Thursday. I was on Tuesday. But now she no longer gets so sick, so I don't take her anymore.
While the hospitals find it convenient to assign different days for children and adults to receive their ARVs, people living in remote areas find that arrangement disturbing. Like Fina's parents, many choose not to take their children for treatment and instead attend to their daily businesses unless the child is very sick. Though the drugs for children are available at Mubende Hospital and in the right formulations, Fina's parents sometimes opt to give her some of their own drugs rather than take her on a different day to receive her own drugs. That's why a family clinic has been created here at the Makerere University Johns Hopkins University Center at Mulago Hospital.
So what we've developed here is a family clinic where the mother, father, and children can all be seen on the same day, and the appointment is given on the same day. But for sure, when the mother comes and the child comes and they're seen in the same clinic, it makes it easier for the mother. Reduces on cost, also reduces on the burden.
Government has made the effort to provide ARVs, but sometimes the medicine expires at the health centers because caretakers are reluctant to take their children for treatment. Besides the distance, some mothers don't even know they are HIV positive and also don't know the status of their babies. Others fear the stigma associated with HIV and AIDS. And for those in rural areas, testing services for HIV in children may not be readily available at the health centers.
So when they come out the first few months of life, if you test them, all babies born to HIV-infected mothers seem to be positive, even when they're not. So those fancy tests are only in special labs. So sometimes it's hard to diagnose these babies when they're still young.
Studies show that 50% of children born with HIV will die by their second birthday if they don't receive ARVs. Every year, about 20,000 babies are born with HIV in Uganda, and unless government and partners ensure that the drugs reach them, half of them will not live to see their second birthday. Natukunda, NTV Weekend Edition.